Georgie. Drugs are bad. They aren't legal fun. They're illegal danger. What? Does that mean he's lying?
No, your buddy's the guy who's fibbing. It comes in fun varieties, like marijuana and cocaine.
Ooh, no, Georgie. Drugs have certain chemicals in them that get you addicted. The more you take, the worse it gets. You'll soon start to see your health and money deteriorate. And if you overdose, you could die. That's bad. Thanks for teaching me and saving me from the biggest mistake of my life. Even worse than when I set the cat on fire. And remember, kids,
Don't do drugs.
because they're bad.
At all. Never.
Anyway, I was originally in a video group, which is over in another place, but I don't know, I kind of didn't want to do it because I kind of wanted some artistic control. And anyway, I always like to do things original, so I decided, hey, I have finger puppets at home, why not a finger puppet show? And when I was writing it, I didn't want to just have the same old stuff like drugs are bad, don't do that. That's why I put in like the Colombian drug war thing, just to show that it's not only what can happen to you, but what can happen to other people if you take drugs as well.
Like, it's real, it happens.
It's real, it happens. This just isn't, like, this scenario's happened before. Two kids walking down the street, and they get pulled over by a drug dealer. You have to add realism to it, you know?
Like, it's not something that just happens every day or whatever. It's something, it's a real
Occurrence.
Yeah, and he puts examples in there to show that stuff like that happens.
Yeah. So, all in all, it's that drugs are bad, and you're gonna have, and you might meet some people one day that'll try to push it on you, and you have to know just to say no and walk away.
And that it's a really serious
Problem.
subject. Yeah.
Real serious problem subject.
Which is like drugs and that kind of stuff. So peer pressure affects kids and teens and even some adults, like younger adults, like 20s, 25s.
They're inexperienced.
Yeah. Peer pressure can cause a lack of self-esteem, or a person does something that conflicts with it. So say like, you know what self-esteem is, right? Like, it's your confidence. So say if it's someone that you think might be a little cooler than you or something, you might think, oh, well, he's cool, he's doing it, well, maybe I should do it. You know?
We're going to show you some pictures here. This is a marijuana leaf.
Okay, so what?
It's what you put in a piece of paper and, like, roll it up and then light it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it gets you, like,
Can we
addicted.
make a
Sure.
comment? Okay.
Some person comes up to them and asks them if they want to take drugs, and if they say no, then they're probably going to be like, oh, yeah, come on, man, everybody's doing this. Or if you don't do it, you're going to be a loser.
Yeah.
Then they take it because they think they're going to get made fun of because they're not going to be taking the drugs. So that's why. Me teaching these kids, I think, is good because they can learn about drugs and not do them, hopefully. Because if we teach them about drugs now, then they won't be able to, or might not be able to do them when they're older and in high school. And if we teach them about drugs and peer pressure, then they'll know if they're being peer pressured into being drugs and say no, and they'll learn how to say no. So yeah, I think that's what's a good way to teach these kids about drugs.
Because they look up to the bigger kids, and so they know that really they shouldn't be doing that. But when parents tell them that, they're like, oh yeah, they're just being cautious, whatever. They try and break the rules or be a little mischief.